the fog in Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, the Dallas Cowboys can see clearly their road to the playoffs. Now, if the Cowboys beat the Falcons, they are the third and final wild card entrant from the NFC. If they lose, the Saints can take the berth by beating the Rams tomorrow night. If both teams win or both teams lose, the Cowboys are in against the Chicago Bears. Hello again, everybody. Jim Henderson along with Hank Stram. And Hank, today it all rests on the shoulders of Babe Laufenberg, well-traveled but seldom played.
No, it really doesn't, Jim. It rests on the shoulders of 45 guys, the Dallas Cowboys. They all have to win this game, not Babe. I think he's going to do a terrific job. Not many people think he can, but I think he will.
Well, how about the Cowboys? Can they win without Emmitt Smith having a big game?
Yes, there again, I think Emmitt Smith has to be an integral part of what they try to do. But again, somehow, some way, the Dallas Cowboys have to win this game. They're responsible for it as a team.
Well, the Cowboys returning the opening kickoff of this game, and here comes Babe Laufenberg. Making just his 7th start in the NFL, Brandon Hugh Babe Laufenberg in for Troy Aikman today. And here's what he'll have in front of him. The change is at right guard, where Kevin Gogan gets the start over John Giesick, who's injured. Emmitt Smith coming in with 903 yards on the ground. They will probably put the ball in his midsection early and often. Tommy Agee is the fullback in front of him, 1st and 10. From the 11, it's Smith right away. Brought down short of the 15-yard line by Scott Case, the NFC Defensive Player of the Week last week at safety for the Falcons. The Falcons will start a 4-3, not their traditional 3-4, in deference to the Cowboy running game. Rick Bryan checks in at right defensive end. The 3 linebackers now have Jesse Tuggle as the lone middle linebacker. Deion Sanders and Bobby Butler, who's made such a difference in this Atlanta secondary since coming on once more, replacing Charles Dimry. The Cowboys go with a pair of tight ends in Novacek and Steve Folsom on 2nd and 6 from the 15. Smith again up to about the 18-yard line.
That time, Jim, they went right into where all the folks were. It was an overshifted defense to the offensive right. It was overloaded, and instead of changing the play, they went right into the strength of the defense, and as a result, didn't get much yardage on the play. They should have gone left, because that was a soft spot of the defense.
And speaking of soft spots, there are an awful lot of them on this playing field today. We'll continue to address that as the day goes on. They played the Peach Bowl here yesterday afternoon. A light rain has been falling this morning. 5 defensive backs check in for the Falcons on 3rd and 3 from the 18.
It looks like they're going to try to come. Here they come.
Laufenberg is dropped at the 19, short of the 1st down.
Strong linebacker blitz, strong side meeting on a tight end side. And he took an awful lot of time. It looked like he might have tried to change the play. He had to jump up into the middle of the pocket right where all the people were, and as a result got tackled, couldn't make any yardage on the play.
So Mike Saxon comes on. The Falcons do an excellent job of coming after punters, but the Cowboys conversely do a very good job of protecting Saxon. The Falcons put a return on. It's a line drive that Sanders is going to field back at his 31. To the 39-yard line, Deion Sanders, a 50-yard effort by Saxon and an 8-yard return by Deion. Darrell Johnston downfield to make the hit. And on comes Hugh Millen, 27 years old, just his 3rd NFL start. A former draft choice of the Los Angeles Rams out of Washington. Up front, it's a veteran offensive line. Chris Hinton is a Pro Bowl alternate. Mike Rozier will have Tracy Johnson as his fullback in the starting lineup. Andre Rison is a starter in the Pro Bowl. Give it up right away to Keith Jones, who has just checked in. And the fullback out of Illinois, who was not supposed to start on the carry. The Dallas defense has really come on. Dean Hamill has been through this situation before with the Redskins. They look to him for leadership. Jack Del Rio having an excellent year, and the secondary vastly improved. Isaac Holt, a big hitter on the left corner. Mike Rozier along with John Settle now in the backfield, and Millen hands off to Settle. One of his few carries on the season. He'd only carried 4 times coming into this game. He's the forgotten man of that Atlanta backfield.
Dean Hamill that time got good penetration, number 78, and made the tackle, helped with the tackle, but he got good penetration from the line of scrimmage.
There's a flag down at the 44. Our referee today is Jim Tunney. He'll walk off a 5-yarder against the Cowboys.
Face mask, 5-yard penalty. The distance makes it a first down, 1st and 10.
Not a flagrant face mask penalty, but the 5 yards enough to give the Falcons a first down. Rozier and Jones are in the backfield along with Hugh Millen. As it'll be 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Falcons. Rozier with the carry, and he bangs his way into Cowboy territory to the 47. Danny Noonan brings him down.
Bill Frelick that time, number 79, the right guard, and also Chris Hinton coming off the ball on the right side, got a good push along with their outstanding center, Jamie Dukes, number 64. They got a good push that time, Jim. They really did.
This is the area of the field that might be the softest, right at midfield. And that's where the Falcons will operate on 2nd and 6 from the Cowboy 47. 2 wide receivers to the left. They'll keep it on the ground with Jones, and he won't get a thing. Vincent Smith, a former Falcon, getting the start at linebacker in place of Ken Norton, who's injured on the tackle.
And he's number 57 and comes across the line of scrimmage here. You'll see him make this tackle right there, number 57. A terrific job by Vincent Smith.
He played 3 games for the Falcons back in 1988. And that was a big blow to the Cowboys last week when they lost Norton, one of their leaders on defense, along with Troy Aikman. 3rd and 5 now from the 47.
And Dallas has 7 defensive backs in the game now.
Flag is down. Millen looking to throw. The play will be blown dead.
Ball start. 71, 5 yards. It's still 3rd down. 7-1.
That's Chris Hinton, the right tackle.
We'll see Hinton. There he is. He's moving. Once he's down in that position, he cannot move. And he did with the anticipation of getting a block on the defensive end.
Daniel Stubbs. 3rd and 10 from the 48 now of the Falcons. Just underway, 9:48 to play, and the clock running in the 1st quarter of a scoreless game. 4 wide receivers check in for the Falcons as they go to the red gun. Millen is hit and dropped, and it was Stubbs pouring through for his 8th sack.
Number 96, strong side blitz. Stubbs, 96, getting a blitz and getting penetration. And Millen did not see him coming at all from the backside. He was so concerned on trying to throw the ball to the left side that he didn't see Stubbs coming from the backside and got sacked on the play.
And Stubbs was raking hard at that football, but Millen was able to hold on to it. Scott Fulhag will punt it away. Back deep, Derek Shepard, a former Redskin, former Saint. Fulhag's hit it off the side of his foot. It's a short kick that comes down to the 22. Shepard swarmed over at the 30. Both of these teams have excellent special teams. That's a 35-yard punt and an 8-yard return.
And on this kind of
Lexus LS400 is equipped with a very sophisticated suspension system, which makes it seem like it's riding on rails, even when it's not.
The premium choice.
The product. The proving grounds. The results. STP gas treatment is the edge.
A year is almost past. Wasn't there something you wanted to say but didn't? A feeling you never quite put into words? There's still time. On December 31st, AT&T would like you to enjoy saying it for less. All day, you get a special 32% off our daytime prices. Plus, the quality and service you expect. This year, make the last day the best day for less. December 31st, reach out and touch someone.
Neither team able to do much offensively through the first 6 minutes of this game, Hank. That's the way it might go for quite some time.
Well, Jimmy Johnson talking, you know what happens in a day like this, you know, you're so concerned, really, you're so concerned about trying to win the game that attention is diverted a little bit sometimes because you're so worried now, what kind of shoes should we wear, what kind of cleats should we wear, where is the field really muddy, how sloppy is it by the sideline, where we throw the pass patterns. It's that kind of a thing, and sometimes you're not careful, you worry so much about that kind of thing that you forget about what's really important, and that is just win the game, just play the game.
First and 10 for the Cowboys. The give is to Smith again, looking for running room. Diving forward for a tough yard. And Johnson was telling us yesterday they have to be patient on the ground.
Emmitt Smith running to his left with the ball in his left arm. Four-man line. Look at the penetration. Look at Gann coming up across there. Look at all those black shirts. You talk about hit, hustle, react, gang tackle, pursue. That's the personality of this Atlanta Falcon team. They were all there as a reception committee for Smith.
After a 1-yard gain, it's 2nd and 9, and Smith will try again, this time to the left. A little bit better running room there, and he's up to about the 35-yard line. Robert Lyles in on the tackle, the former Houston Oiler, one of a few that Jerry Glanville's brought here.
And I think the important thing, especially in the middle of the field, I think you're better off to run straight ahead and then veer to openings as you see them. But to try to run sideways in this soup is very difficult.
Smith has carried 4 times for 12 yards. The Cowboys are 5-0 when he's carried the ball 20 or more times. Here comes the blitz on Laufenberg. He reads it, and he's got Martin. Laufenberg and Martin for 25 yards into the Falcon territory inside the 40.
The Babe really did a good job of anticipating the blitz. Here comes a safety blitz right up the middle. He's picked up by Smith, which is excellent. The receiver Martin breaks right into the middle area where the safety was vacated, that area, and hit him for a big play.
Laufenberg directs traffic, throws it downfield, and the catch is made by Martin again at the 25-yard line of the Falcons. Bobby Butler on the coverage. Laufenberg and the Cowboys go with a hurry-up offense.
And that time they caught him in his own defense. But the great thing about Laufenberg, you know, when you talk to him, he's got a lot of poise, a lot of confidence, and he understands what has to be done here this afternoon.
Making his 7th NFL start. 1st and 10 from the 25. On the delay, Smith slipping a couple of tackles. He's down to the 23 before Tim Green and Jesse Tuggle combine on the stop.
That was a trap play that time, Jim. The right guard pulling to his left and trapping, and Smith delayed long enough for the block to be made and then jumped into the cavity and got as much out of that play as he possibly could.
the biggest territory there is. First Interstate Bank territory. Because First Interstate has offices in more cities and states than any other bank system. So you can move anywhere across the territory and have your bank account and a warm welcome waiting for you. So open an account at First Interstate Bank and discover how nice it is to have a bank that can go the extra mile for you.
I always find myself, after the first of the year, making a resolution to trim down a little bit. It's a necessity.
Michael Gross makes the Healthy Choice resolution.
Healthy Choice makes that possible.
Healthy Choice dinners are more than low calorie. They're low in fat, sodium, and cholesterol. A delicious and intelligent way to eat healthy.
That's why I exercise a little more after Christmas and eat a little better right after Christmas. So I can get through to St. Patrick's Day.
Listen to your heart. Make the Healthy Choice.
Watch Nate Newton, number 61, pulling from the right side. Look at the block. Look at that beautiful block on Rady, number 59. He really smashes him to the turf, and he got a stinger, I think, on the shoulder. I don't think it was anything serious, but he really laid a block on him.
John Rady, who was sidelined earlier in this season with a hip pointer, and he took a helmet to the hip against New Orleans. As you say, it looks like he can return. For the moment, he'll be replaced by Ken Tippins, number 52, a former Cowboy. 2nd and 8 from the 23-yard line of the Falcons. First threat of the day for either team. Irvin in motion. Smith. Hit and dragged down from behind. Torrey Epps was in there. Rick Bryan was there as well.
Rick Bryan came right down the line of scrimmage, smashed right into the cavity, and got the play. Good penetration by Bryant, former #1 draft choice from the University of Oklahoma.
And Jerry Glanville was telling us yesterday he had perhaps his finest game of his entire career that he's seen him play last week in the victory over the Rams when he had 5 solo tackles. 3rd and 8 now from the 23. 5 defensive backs in the game for the Falcons. Gerald Johnston is the lone running back behind Laufenberg.
Looks like they're coming again.
Babe's going to float it up. Far sideline, incomplete. Intended over there for Alexander Wright. Bobby Butler on the coverage, and a flag down on the left side of the field around the 16.
Linebacker on the left side was blitzing. The right linebacker blitzing on the play.
And it appears that it will go against the Falcons.
Holding, 40, defense, 5 yards, first down.
That's the strong safety Brian Jordan caught holding. Falcons the most penalized team in the league. And that's a costly one that carries with it a first down. At the 18-yard line of Atlanta. 5:22 to play first quarter. Cowboys going to the playoffs with a win and threatening here to put the first points of this game on the board. Smith again slipping and sliding, falling after a very short gain, if any.
From the end zone here, now watch behind the offense. Look at the bad footing. Smith going to his right, and now he tries, see what happens there. He tries to plant on the left foot, on the inside foot. Watch, he should be planting on the right foot, but instead he's planting on the left foot, and it doesn't hold, and he slips and slides and doesn't make any yardage on the play.
Smith, who came into this game with 903 rushing yards. Novacek and Folsom in the game. 2 tight ends now for the Cowboys. 2nd and 10 from the 18, and contact up front. Looked like Torrey Epps.
We'll see Torrey Epps right in the middle of your screen, number 74. Not even close. He gets penetration. The only thing about that is he didn't hit anybody when he penetrated. If you're going to get penalized for 5 yards, you might as well hit somebody.
He's hit enough folks this season to draw some attention for possible rookie honors on defense. 8th round draft choice out of Memphis State. He's been a big surprise. Nothing new for the Falcons to be penalized, but as Mike Ken said yesterday, we have to play smarter football. They're aggressive, Jerry Glanville doesn't mind the penalties that come with aggression, but not through stupid play. Kelvin Martin is split out wide to the right. 2 tight ends remain in there. For the Cowboys on 2nd and 5 from the 13. Pitch it to Smith. Drop for a loss. Jesse Tuggle along with John Rady.
Here we saw, watch what happens here, coming right at us here. Look at the tackle from the backside, a good pursuit. And look at Scott Case come in there late. Tuggle, Jesse Tuggle, number 58, comes in and makes the tackle. Good pursuit on the part of the Atlanta Falcons. Terrific.
Well, Smith said the magic number is 20. He likes the ball about 20 times a game. He's gotten it 8 already, but for only 11 yards. This will be 3rd and 8 from the 16. Laufenberg thrown to the corner, incomplete, intended for Kelvin Martin.
There again, we got a weak side linebacker blitz on that last play. He read it perfectly, and he threw the ball to the right person. He just threw it long. But in that kind of a situation, I guarantee you, if you're going to be wrong, you better be wrong long, never wrong short, because it could be an interception and knock him out of this kick opportunity.
And it'll be a 34-yard attempt forthcoming by Ken Willis, one of 3 rookie kickers in the league this year.
And he didn't kick good in the pregame warm-up. He was concerned about the mud and the slop. He had to change cleats. I think he's got 3/4-inch cleats on his left foot.
He pushed it out to the right. So Willis misfires, and we continue to have a scoreless game in Atlanta.
After years of intense work, Lexus is ready to celebrate. Because even at the equivalent of 145 miles per hour, the Lexus LS400 is designed to stir the soul and not much else.
If you want to do more than one thing at the same time, don't expect an ordinary computer to get the jobs done. But an IBM PS2 with microchannel can crunch numbers, search files, share information, revise graphics all at once. With microchannel, a PS2 can work harder than ordinary computers, so you can get many things done at the same time without going to pieces. To be more productive, how are you going to do it? PS2 it.
Genuine draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place. All my dreams will go fire.
When you're supposed to be dead, you can do anything. The Exile premieres Thursday, January 24th on CBS late night. It's too hot to sleep.
Torrey Epps, number 74, who was in a position over the right guard. He gets good penetration, gets a good push, gets his hands up, and I think that had a little bit to do with the concentration of the kicker, and he kicked a little bit right, although in pregame warm-ups, he consistently kicked the ball right, which means he wasn't following through and didn't follow through like he should have on the last kick.
Well, he was 18 out of 19 inside the 50 before that led the NFL in accuracy. He misfires, and the Falcons try to take advantage of it, throwing to Jones right away on 1st down. Well, don't forget all the action that we've got coming up for you on the college football trail. Bowl time with the John Hancock Bowl at El Paso. USC taking on Michigan State. And then don't forget, on New Year's Day, this promises to be a dandy. The Texas Longhorns against the Miami Hurricanes. Jerry Glanville's been going through some tough times personally. We'll try to address those as the game wears on. Right now it's 2nd and 4 from the 26 of Atlanta. Rising in motion. Rozier finds the going sticky as he picks up a couple.
Man-for-man coverage that time. They were very aggressive and got good penetration. Watch the penetration on the part of the left side of the line here. Look at the middle linebacker, Smith, 57, blitzing on the play. They were concerned about Smith, but so far he's replacing Norton, but so far he's played extremely well.
James Washington mopped up on the tackle, the strong safety. 3rd and 4 for Millen and the Falcons from his 26. And he is dropped and sacked back at the 20. Jimmy Jones, the former Hurricane, with the 2nd sack of this game for the Cowboys.
That time they had a 3-man line with 7 defensive backs. Jones, 97. Look at the penetration. He starts outside and comes back inside and makes the sack. He's a very good pass rusher. And there you see him get the penetration and get the sack.
Millen's looked very uncomfortable in the pocket so far. Bullhag will punt it away. Derek Shepard back at his 34. A dandy by Bullhag. Shepard from his 27. Slammed down at the 37. A 52-yard punt and a 10-yard return. 1:06 to play. First quarter, scoreless game in Atlanta.
When you rent from Hertz in Florida, you get more than a great car at a great rate. The real bargain is the company behind the car. Because whatever it takes to make your vacation go smoothly, Hertz is there to make it happen. From emergency road service that's as close as a phone to free unlimited mileage, wherever you roam. Next time you're in Florida, wouldn't you feel better with Hertz behind you?
Hertz, we're America's wheels.
I have a headache. I have a bad headache. I can't think. I can't concentrate. I feel pain.
Today, Michael Farbstein is trying extra-strength Tylenol gel caps. For pain like his, why take aspirin or ibuprofen when nothing works better than Tylenol gel caps?
My headache is 100% gone. I feel great. I can think. I can concentrate. I can do what I have to do. Tylenol gel caps really did the job.
Tylenol gel caps, only from Tylenol. For everyday pain, nothing works better.
The power of a resource essential to all. At GTE, we provide that power. With telephone systems and services central to the life of a community, the well-being of families, the needs of every business, great or small. GTE Telephone Services. We give you the power to flourish in any environment. At GTE, the power is on.
Falcons' effort doesn't look or sound like a 4-11 football team.
Yeah, the sound of the hitting. That's terrific gang tackling, good hitting. Everybody using those shoulder pads. That's what it's all about. A lot of times you see a lot of pushing and shoving, but you don't see it here.
Well, Dallas has been able to move downfield with the help of some penalties, but a 34-yard field goal attempt went awry. Atlanta's been able to do nothing offensively with 1:06 to play in the first quarter. Bootleg for Laufenberg. Babe throws it up and throws it away to the Dallas bench. Being chased by Mike Gann, he throws it away. And that's the mark of a veteran quarterback.
And he hit the only guy that was open, too, the guy in the white shirt on the sideline. In his own defense that time, but he was smart enough and had enough poise to make sure he didn't throw the ball into traffic and get an interception. He threw it out of bounds, which is a good move on the part of the quarterback, Dave Laufenberg.
Well, he's been in 4 NFL cities, but primarily as a spectator with the Redskins, the Saints, the Chargers, and now the Cowboys. 2nd and 10 from the 36 of Dallas. Laufenberg resets his backs. And takes too long to do so. We're at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium with about a minute left in the first quarter. Jim Henderson along with Hank Stram. A game that's most meaningful for the Cowboys. If they win it, they're the final wild card team in the NFC, and they will take on the Chicago Bears next weekend. We expected to see the offense have it tough, considering the quarterbacking and the field conditions, and it's been that way through the first quarter.
I think they have to start throwing the ball a little bit more on 1st and 10, especially when they get out of the soup here and out of the quicksand.
This is 2nd and 15, and Laufenberg will throw up to the 36-yard line to Tommy Agee, the fullback.
5 defensive backs again, and another weak side blitz.
Agee out of Auburn, and the Tigers yesterday winning in the Peach Bowl on this very same field against Indiana. We've got 34 seconds and the clock running here in the first quarter. Skies look like they might be about ready to clear here. We've had fog and a light drizzle through 3 days.
When I was out in the field before the game, I thought I was in a submarine.
3rd and 10 from the 36-yard line. Laufenberg from the shotgun. Looking at Butler, who's coming off the right corner. Intercepted by Jordan. Brian Jordan's interception ends the first quarter for the Atlanta Falcons, and they'll have the ball when we return in a scoreless game after 15 minutes of football at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium.
Pop the corks and kiss 1990 goodbye. Michigan State battles USC in the John Hancock Bowl New Year's Eve day on CBS Sports.
When I was growing up, I had parents that were there for me, to give me that sense of confidence we all need. That's what these big brothers and big sisters are giving to these young people. I'm Troy Aikman, quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and I know that those same qualities are what each of these young people need to win against the tough challenges that they have to face every day in our modern society. Today I'm at an outing with the youngsters from the Big Brothers and Sisters programs here in Dallas. As a United Way volunteer, I try to teach them how to cope with the fast-moving society that they are growing up in. Now I want you to meet a very special United Way volunteer who's with me today. She's my mom.
Troy needed guidance and self-confidence just as all our children do. When you give to United Way, you're showing you care.
When you give to United Way, you bring out the best in them. And United Way, it brings out the best in all of us. Right, guys?
Yeah!
This message furnished by the National Football League.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Toyota's quality line of cars and trucks. Toyota, I love what you do for me. GTE, at GTE the power is on. And by Diet Pepsi, the right one.
Darian Connor lips off the field. He's the linebacker who was shaken up on the return by Brian Jordan of the interception.
And he was blitzing on the play, 56, along with Butler, number 23. Look at him come in there on the outside and make the hit. And he throws the ball up for grabs. Now Atlanta has possession, 1st and 10.
First turnover of this game, first play of the second quarter. Handoff, Rozier, big hole. Mike Rozier to the 31-yard line of the Cowboys.
And here again, here's a good shot of the offense coming off the ball, straight ahead, getting a good push, creating a crack, and he cuts back and makes good yardage on the play.
Good block by John Scully, the veteran, in there at right guard momentarily. A pickup of 9. It's 2nd and 1 from the 32 of Dallas. Rising in motion. Rozier again sliding down, trying to get up on his feet. swarmed over and stopped by 4 Cowboys. Daniel Stubbs, the first one in on the tackle.
Here again, you know, it's so important to make sure in the pregame warm-up that you get the right kind of footing, right kind of cleats in your shoes. Now look at the way he starts to stop, and look at the way he slid and falls down to the ground, but had no chance whatsoever to plant the outside foot and cut, because probably he's got soccer shoes on and the cleats aren't long enough in this kind of terrain.
Well, you can see both teams keeping it on the ground as they intended to. Valkenburg has had a little success. Direct snap goes to Rozier on 3rd down and 2 from the 33. And he stopped short, it would appear.
Here's the play again. And there's Rozier dancing, trying to tiptoe through the tulip, so to speak, try to get a gap, try to get some kind of running room. No chance whatsoever, especially with the turf the way it is.
Didn't fool Jimmy Jones, the 3rd-round draft choice out of Miami. He played behind Cortez Kennedy and Russell Maryland down there with the Hurricanes. And the Falcons will go for it with an early gamble on 4th and 3 from the 34-yard line.
They got a one-on-one on the right side. They ought to be able to do some business if they could pass block. Let's see what they do here.
Cowboys are coming. Millen's throwing. And it is taken in by Haynes on the far sideline. Michael Haynes right at the stick.
That was the place to go. It was a good read, 1-for-1 coverage. We had a safety blitz and a weak side blitz. And anytime you get that, well, you know you have man-for-man coverage. It was single on that side, and he got the ball out there nicely for a nice game.
And an all-important spot here for Jimmy Johnson, who wants a close-up look at it. As you try to look through a maze of arms and legs. It is a 1st down, so the Falcons gamble, and it pays off as Millen connects. Well, maybe that's the mark of a team that's 4-11. They have nothing to lose. Why not go for it there?
Yeah, that's right. You have to. You have to play that kind of football. He teaches aggressive football. You know, go after him. Go get him. Sick him football. They sicked him that time on the 4th down situation.
So with 12:27 to play in the second quarter of a scoreless game, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line of the Cowboys. Millen will throw once more. Again, it's on the far sideline, this time to Andre Rison, who brings it in after a short gain. Well, they're working those sidelines like you mentioned, Hank.
Well, you know, the thing that's happening, the Dallas Cowboys play a little bit like a 4-deep defensive situation with their 4 defensive backs, and as a result, and then they react to what the pattern is. As a result, you have to have a good cushion to do that, and as a result, you ought to be able to throw in front of the defensive backs, which they are doing very successfully right now. Here they got another good shot on the strong side. They ought to keep pumping it up on that side until they stop it.
They'll run it with Rozier in that direction this time, and he is dropped for a loss of about a yard on the play. Dean Hamill was there, along with Vincent Smith.
Here we see it going to the right side. Smith does a good job. Watch 57. Makes him cut inside, and Hamill comes from the inside with good pursuit and makes the play. They were very concerned about Smith replacing Norton, but so far he's done an outstanding job of securing the run, reacting, responding especially well to what he sees.
Tony Tolbert, too, has made a difference early. 3rd and 6 from the 26. Millen could have run it, will throw it, incomplete. Incomplete down at the 12-yard line, intended for Floyd Dixon. Millen had some room to take it upfield if he wanted to.
The thing about this play was the receivers downfield were covered extremely well. He had no place to throw the football. He was looking to throw it. Look at downfield. Everybody is faded. Everybody is handling in good shape. As a result, why he has to try to hold the ball a little longer than he should have and got in trouble on the play.
So Greg Davis comes on to attempt a 44-yard field goal for the first points of this game. Olhag holds it. And this, too, is left out wide to the right. So we are still scoreless in the second quarter in Atlanta.
It's Chevrolet Geo winter time, where everyone can win with the most fuel-efficient line of cars and trucks in America.
Sir, what's your favorite color?
Medium Quasar Blue Metallic.
Good guess. You can win with cash back or low financing on any Geo. Tracker, Storm, Prism.
Miss, come here often?
I've never even bought a new car before.
Well, then you can win with a first-time buyer bonus on any Geo.
I love this Metro.
I can tell.
Get to know Geo during winter time at your Chevy Geo dealer.
Mr. Three-Point Shooter used to miss 3 points on his face till I got him to shave with a Slim Twin disposable.
It has a narrow head.
Just like our little brother Mike. So you can shave hard-to-reach places.
It's got a special bar to keep your blades clean.
The Slim Twin disposable from Schick.
In 1859, Isaac Cook created a Great American champagne to launch the Great American Clipper ships. Today, people are still launching celebrations with Cook's Imperial American Champagne.
In front of a sellout crowd in Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, points have been hard to come by with 10:58 to play in the second quarter.
You talk about some hitting and socking and rocking out here. The defenses are doing a terrific job.
Well, Greg Davis has misfired from 44 yards. Ken Willis from 34, both on that end of the field. Davis told me before the game that these are the worst conditions in Atlanta that he has ever kicked under.
Well, he was worried about it, and that's why he's not kicking good. I talked to him, too, before the game, and definitely he was not following through like he should have. And anytime you don't follow through, the ball's going to go right. You're not going to hook a ball when you don't follow through. Both kickers did exactly the same thing they did in the pregame warm-up.
Ken Willis, who's been very accurate for the Cowboys, he strides pretty closely straight into the ball. And I asked him before the game, I said, will that make a difference? Is that to your benefit on a field that's as sloppy as this? And he said, philosophically, yes. Mentally, no.
You kick the ball with your foot, not with philosophy.
First and 10 for Babe Laufenberg and the Cowboys with 10:45 to play, quarter number 2. We're scoreless in Atlanta. Laufenberg looking to throw on first down.
Whoa, that's the backside.
Incomplete. He gets it away off the fingertips of his tight end Novacek. Tim Green was bearing down on him.
Here's a good illustration of a quarterback not seeing the pressure but feeling it from the backside. Now watch this. Look at this. Look at Tim Green, 99, in hot pursuit. He feels it, and he gets rid of the ball and avoids the sack on the play.
Laufenberg in college moved around literally and figuratively. He was apt to roll out when he was at Indiana.
Well, he had to move around to let the grass grow.
He wishes there was some grass on this field here today. Second and 10 now from the 27 of Dallas.
Coming this way if they run. No.
Laufenberg throws, and that's incomplete. Bouncing off the fingertips of Emmitt Smith, who came into this game with 23 receptions.
Played a zone that time, 5 defensive backs. And watch again, watch another slip. Here he comes. Try to stop. Try to stop to catch the ball. Feet slipped underneath, and off he goes on the field. He's limping a little bit. Might have turned an ankle or something on the play.
What a huge loss his would be.
Water in there.
Laufenberg's hit just 1 of his last 6 passing attempts. This is 3rd and 10 from his 27.
6 defensive backs again. Whoa!
A big hit on Kelvin Martin, who pays the price, making the reception at the 32, well short of the first down.
That was an all-out blitz. Scott Case, number 25, is playing man for man. He's spying. Look at this. He comes up after the ball is caught. Look at the hit he makes on Martin. All-out blitz. Everybody coming.
Looked like that was Elbert Shelley coming with some pressure. Mike Saxon to punt it away.
I think they have to go after these kickers. They can't just let him sit back there and kick all afternoon without any pressure.
Unless he kicks like that.
Chevrolet Geo Wintertime, where everyone can win with the trucks more people are switching to.
Sir, how many doors does this 4-door Chevy S10 Blazer have?
4. Close enough. You can win with cashback or low financing. And what's your favorite pickup?
Chevy half-ton.
It's America's favorite, too. And you can win with cashback on Chevy pickups, Astros, Suburbans.
Wrap it up. I'll take it.
You got it. Better get trucking to your Chevy Geo dealer during winter time.
Well, it's been feast and famine for Mike Saxon. He hit a 50-yarder earlier. This one is 46 yards short of that.
And it really didn't look like it was a bad drop. It looked like he took his eye off the ball momentarily, probably, but he didn't have a bad drop. And it's surprising that he would kick a ball that badly with the kind of a drop he had.
Well, the pressure's definitely on the Cowboys. They've made the early mistakes, but the Falcons haven't been able to capitalize. Jordan had that interception, and the Falcons missed the field goal, and now they've got it at the 37. Miller slips, falls, ball's loose. Dean Hamill has it for the Cowboys.
They got to look at that. You know, the ground can't cause a fumble. I don't know whether that was the reason for it or not, but let's take a look at it again. Yep.
Well, he hadn't been touched, so he could have gotten up and run.
There again, he tried to stop and cut back, and his feet went right underneath.
Tony Tolbert had a free shot on Millen, who had not been touched and didn't look like he was going to get up and run.
Watch Millen running to his left now. He stops, and look at his feet. Like he's got ice skates on. He slides.
It's being reviewed.
I don't know. I'm not sure that ground didn't create the fumble. Here he is. He stops again, hits the ground. But I think what happened, the ball hit, but the knees didn't hit. So as a result, if that was the case, why it is a fumble. If his knees hit first, then it was a fumble.
Well, I think this is going to be...
There he is. He slides again.
I'll be surprised if they overturn this one.
Yeah, I will too, because I think what happened was that the ball hit the ground, but his knee...
Upon review, the play stands. First down. 1st and 10.
And he had never been touched. He'd never been forced to the ground.
That's right. But
well, don't forget to stay tuned here on CBS. We've got a big game coming up for you. Detroit against Seattle. Detroit with Barry Sanders going after that NFL rushing title, and it's a huge game for the Seahawks as they can get a wild card berth by winning if the Bengals lose to Cleveland or if Pittsburgh beats Houston at Houston later tonight. So the Cowboys, after the turnover, keep it on the ground and don't move an inch.
Talk about going through a thrashing machine. Those backs, that's exactly what they're doing here this afternoon. That defense is tough.
Well, the Falcons have done it all year long. As you can see, 3rd in the NFL in stopping the run. Conversely, they are 28th against the pass, and Jerry Glanville has said this season, we force you right into our weakness. But the Cowboys, with Babe Laufenberg at quarterback, have been unable to pass. Here's Emmitt Smith back in the ball game after earlier straining an ankle, and he gets a couple of tough ones.
Well, he looked like there was a little gap there, and then all of a sudden he cut to his left, and it looked like he hit a wall and bounced right back there and made about 2 yards on the play. Look at this. Watch him now. He sees a little cavity, and all of a sudden, watch this. He hits the wall and is stopped cold and is knocked backwards on the play.
Part of that wall was number 58, Jesse Tuggle, the hammer out of Valdosta State. Look at Emmitt Smith. Less than 2 yards per carry. 3rd and 4 from the 49. Here come the Falcons with everybody. Jesse Tuggle with the sack.
And the other thing that happened where they're in bump and run, he was trying to throw the ball to the receiver on the left side, but it was bump and run. The receiver now got off the ball. Look at Tuggle come right up the middle and make the blitz. It was an all-out blitz. There he is, getting sacked again. He had no chance whatsoever on the play, especially because the right cornerback, Sanders, did a good job of holding up the receiver, and he couldn't get down the field on the one-on-one situation.
Saxon trying to make amends for a 4-yard effort. This is another poor one, but will bounce into the hands of Sanders. Dropped immediately back at his 16. Brought down by Howard. And we continue to be scoreless at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium.
Just a little holiday reminder. Keep your edge with Sharps from Miller. The breakthrough non-alcoholic brew with real beer taste.
Chevy's got this truck, S10EL. More mileage than a leading import for less money. I said that's more for less. I told Chevy if you tell everybody about it on television, everybody's going to want to do it. The imports will see it. They'll say, hey, we want to do that too. Chevy will say, nope, can't. More for less. That's ours. Then the government will say, maybe we could give the people more for... Nah, more for less. What a concept. Now it's easy to win with the heartbeat of America.
It's the same thing every Saturday. He puts on those old blue jeans and goes out with that old dog, and he's gone all day. He says he's going to bring back dinner, but all he ever brings back is that old dog.
Here's to old dogs, Saturday mornings, and comfortable blue jeans. Wrangler.
She's a hot sportscaster.
What's that? Just a few questions I jotted down.
He's not.
Can I have one? No.
Good Sports premieres January 10th.
Well, the NFC playoff picture can be fully completed with a Dallas victory here today, but in the AFC there are still some folks that are battling to get into it. You see those who are in and those who might be. 4 racing for the final 2 spots.
Look, and Pittsburgh is really playing good, aren't they?
They are. They've got that tough defense. Your Chiefs looked awfully tough yesterday too, didn't they?
I thought they were terrific. They really did a terrific job on the Chicago Bears, both offensively and defensively. And really, of course, with the kicking they have, it's outstanding.
Here's Keith Jones as the Falcons start from their own 18. This is their worst field position of the day. With just less than 7.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Jim Jeffcoat, the veteran who's playing with a compound fracture of a finger on his right hand, in on the stop, number 77.
You know, the way this game is going, why I think it's going to be very important for the specialty teams and the defense to do something outstanding and get an opportunity for the offense to play in a shorter field, because they're having a hard time traveling a long way on this turf.
2nd and 8 from the 20. Millen throws. It's complete for a short gain up to Michael Haynes around the 24-yard line. What about Millen's mechanics?
Well, he's not bad mechanically, very frankly. You know, he looks a little frail back there, very frankly, but he's got good size, is 6'5". Talking to him yesterday, he has a good understanding of what he has to do. He knows what his shortcomings are and what the system is all about. I was impressed with his overall demeanor yesterday, and if he gets the kind of pass protection he needs, both quarterbacks, I think they'll be able to do a good job here this afternoon.
3rd and 4 from the 24. Dumping it off for Rozier. He breaks a tackle or two, but he is short of the first down around the 26-yard line.
He's escaping from the pocket to his right side. Look at the containment on the defense. Excellent. And again, I think it was Washington that came up there, wasn't it?
I believe Bill Bates was in on that stop too.
Yeah, they were both in on the play, but it was good containment. on the part of the Cowboy defense.
Millen is 5 out of 6, but just for 22 yards, throwing short. Scott Fulhag will have to punt it away as the Falcons were 2 yards short. Another nice effort by Fulhag to Shepard from his 25. Dropped short of the 35 as 2 flags go down. The center guy Bingham was down there covering that punt, which traveled 48 yards. Shepard brought it back 9. And Jim Tunney will sort out the flags for us.
I still think they have to rush that kicker, even though we had a bad kick. I think you have to rush him occasionally to keep him off balance and make him wonder, are they coming? Are they not coming? What are they going to do? You just can't let the guy stand back there with all the time in the world like he's sitting in a rocking chair back there and kick the ball.
Illegal block by the Cowboys will put Laufenberg and his teammates.
Illegal block on the return, number 50-50, 10 yards, first down, 10.
Back to their 21-yard line when we return.
It could be a fight for the national championship, the Mobile Cotton Bowl Classic.
Working to be the best they can be. Teammates, sponsored by the U.S. Army. Giants quarterback Phil Simms can always look to tight end Mark Bavaro for the key reception. Both are uncompromising competitors who are at their best in clutch situations. Simms and Bavaro are the toughest tandem in the league, overcoming injuries to battle back to all-pro status. As individuals, Phil Simms and Mark Bavaro are outstanding performers. Together as teammates, they make the Giants the best they can be.
The Chevy Corsica has better aerodynamics than a Porsche 928 and a gas-charged independent front suspension, which helps you hold the road. Corsica also has a new user-friendly interior, which helps you hold the most important things. It's a very comforting way more people are winning with.
The heartbeat of America, that's today's Chevrolet.
And now it's easy to win with an efficient new Chevy Corsica.
Here's Troy Aikman standing on the sideline. I had occasion to talk to him on the field before the game, talked about his shoulder. He said without a doubt there would be no chance whatsoever for him to come back again this year, but he's looking forward to next season already with great anticipation, with the hope that he's going to be fully healed and it will not be a problem. And I think all the doctors confirm that kind of an attitude.
The Cowboys moved it pretty well early, but they haven't had a first down now since 4 minutes were left in quarter number 1. We have 5:50 remaining in quarter number 2, scoreless. Throwing on first down, and it's incomplete for Kelvin Martin.
Laufenberg that time had a good one-on-one situation and threw it too quickly. You know, yesterday we talked to him and I asked him why he wore number 15. He said, well, first of all, I wanted 12, but that was Roger Staubach. Then I thought, well, I'd take 17. But that belonged to Don Meredith. Then I thought, well, I'll take 7. And that was Craig Morton. So then I said, well, listen, give me any number that somebody hasn't used before. And they said, well, give you 15. And he said, that's fine. I'll take it.
Flag is down as Smith runs right and out of bounds. Jesse Tuggle forces him out. This is Atlanta Fulton County Stadium on a damp afternoon, but the skies are clearing somewhat. What will also clear up today is the playoff picture in the NFC. Should the Cowboys win, they are in. If they lose, then they have to look to the Superdome in New Orleans tomorrow night and the outcome of the Rams and the New Orleans Saints. The Chicago Bears lie in wait.
Defense, the penalty is accepted. 5 yards, it'll still be second down.
Falcons really crowding that line of scrimmage. They can't wait to get off that ball.
You know, I would think that they can't continue to throw from the pocket. They have to move the pocket some to keep the defense guessing as to where the throwing area is going to be. He's throwing everything from the pocket. They're teeing off on him, and especially a lot of middle blitzes. The one way you escape the middle blitz is to roll out right or left.
4 penalties on the Falcons for 20 yards, 3 of those 4 against their defense. 2nd and 5 after the penalty at the 26 of Dallas. Irvin in motion. Give it off straight ahead, and a short gain short of the 30-yard line. It looked like Tommy Agee on the carry. We'll see as they unpile. No, it was Emmitt Smith.
Boy, that's murder. That is murder.
Well, it's strength against strength. The running game of the Cowboys against the defense against the run.
Well, Jimmy Johnson said when we talked to him yesterday, he said, we're going to run the ball. We got to run. See, look at New England, 10-10.
On 3rd down now with 2 to go from the 29. They'll pitch it off to Smith. And he is stopped well short.
Bryant, number 77, got penetration. What a great play. It looked like it was going to be successful. I thought they were going to be able to do some business. That was the place to run, but they did not handle Bryant, number 77. He got penetration. The school's out. Now they got to punt again.
Emmitt Smith bought 126 tickets for his family and friends to come up from Pensacola. So far, they haven't seen him do a thing. Mike Saxon to punt it away once more. To Deion Sanders. This one he's nailed. Sanders from the 11. He's exciting behind his own 20 and up close to the 21. 62-yard punt, a 10-yard return.
Here he is. Watch him field this ball just like an outfielder. Look at, he played for the Yankees. Catches it up there nice and high. That's where you're supposed to catch a punt return, right above the numbers. He did that, but he's got terrific hands, and notice he doesn't use his body at all to make the catch. It's all hands.
Yeah, the Braves, Blue Jays, and White Sox are interested in him still as a baseball player. Don't forget the John Hancock Bowl coming up. That's tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern right here on CBS. And the big one. National championship implications in the outcome of the Mobile Cotton Bowl Classic. That, of course, on New Year's Day. Dillon looking to throw on 1st down behind Risen and incomplete at the 27. Risen was held without a catch last week, first time in his career.
Here's Laufenberg on the phone, looking for some help. An SOS going up. You know, he said a funny thing the other day. He's talking to the coaches, probably David Shula up on the press box, trying to get some information. I don't know. He might be asking for Roger Staubach. I don't know.
2nd and 10 from the 21. Dixon in motion. Blown assignment, and Millen is dropped by Daniel Stubbs. 4th sack of the day for the Cowboys. Stubbs has had a couple of them, but there is a flag down, and it will go against Dallas.
Roughing the passer. Well, I think what happens is, I think anytime that you hit the quarterback in the head, I think that's what the problem was. He got him above the shoulder pads, was trying to give him a little massage up above the shoulder pads on the head, and got called for roughing the quarterback.
And the Cowboys and Jimmy Johnson have to be saying, why aren't these calls made a week earlier?
Defense majored the end of the run, 1st down.
Call it on us. Call it on some other folks like the Eagles. Johnson's irate on the far sideline.
Not only that, he's really upset.
Yes, he is. 1st and 10 up at the 31 after the penalty. Dixon in motion. Rozier with a nice run up to the 37. Vincent Smith trips him up.
He got a good push on the right side again. Looked like Fralican hitting, getting a good push. Look at him, see the gap, see the cavity, picks up speed, but he ran through there looking like he was expecting to get hit any moment, and he did.
He's setting a record here today, having started and played in 17 games this season. Keith Jones gets the call. Rozier began the year with the Oilers, played 4 with them, missed their bye week, came here and had missed the Falcons bye week. This is his 13th game with the Falcons.
You notice the way the backs are starting to run. They're running with their head down, not up. They know they're going to get hit. They're trying to protect the ball, make sure they get as much push as they possibly can. They're not going to be fancy. They don't want to lose the ball in this situation. So as a result, they're just plowing straight ahead with the head down and getting as much out of the straight ahead play as they possibly can.
Look at Johnson. He's still steamed over that call on Stubbs. He'll have a chance to cool off during the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining in half number 1. We continue to be scoreless, the Cowboys and the Falcons.
Don't care about movie stars who live in Hollywood. Don't like their attitude, don't think I ever could. Don't want the good taste, I know I taste good. Why the best thing's always so misunderstood. Just give me what the doctor ordered. Just what the doctor ordered. Hey, give me a Dr. Pepper. We want it. Hey, Dr. Pepper. Dr. Order. The taste of sweet powder. We love it.
Listen. Every day that goes by, one of the highest mileage, lowest priced, and the best-selling of all V6 coupes is Chevy Beretta. Day by day, more people are winning with.
The heartbeat of America.
And now it's easy to win with the Heartbeat.
This isn't what you think. It's a new kind of cold relief. Introducing fast-acting, better-tasting Tylenol Cold Effervescent. Strong, non-aspirin cold relief from Tylenol. The only effervescent cold medicine that speeds 2 cold medicines to your sneezing and congestion, while it sends Tylenol pain reliever to your aching body. New orange-flavored Tylenol Cold Effervescent, part of Tylenol's complete cold relief line. Nobody cares for your cold like Tylenol Cold.
Hank, a bad field, 2 bad offenses. I guess we shouldn't be too surprised we've had no scoring.
It's a taffy pull. It's really been a taffy pull, and I think both teams are trying desperately not to give the game away, not to lose the game. That's what happened. They're trying to win the game by not making a mistake and giving up field position, playing on the shorter field than the other, and that's exactly where they're playing the game.
There have been some mistakes, but neither team's been able to capitalize. Millen on 3rd down. Finds Dixon. Floyd Dixon into Falcon territory to about the 47. Make that the Cowboys 47. "15-yard pickup for the Falcons. 1st and 10. The line of scrimmage is the Dallas 46. Millen again will throw, and this time incomplete for Andre Rison.
You know, we just saw Dixon catch a pass on 3rd down receiving. Dixon is the Falcon possession receiver on 3rd down. He has caught 13 passes on 3rd down, 11 of which have been converted to 1st down. Pretty strong.
Falcons were impressive last week against the Rams, but when they went to the 4 wide receiver set, 2 of them were just banged up in decoys. Dixon and Rison really couldn't play at all.
He looked like the spirit of 76.
Now they're going to reset the football. Give the Falcons about another half a yard. 1:26 to play here before halftime. Scoreless game between the Falcons and the Cowboys. Millen well protected, drills Rison this time. Tackles made by Robert Williams.
They had 7 defensive backs that time. And Millen really stood in the pocket well that time. Somebody ran right by his face. He didn't pay any attention to it at all.
Again, he throws to the sideline, but Sean Collins make that. George Thomas makes the catch out of bounds. Thomas and Millen hooked up on the first play of the game last week against the Rams for 53 yards.
Yeah, they like him. They like Thomas very much. He's got outstanding speed, and they think he's going to be a terrific player in the future.
Tony Tolbert comes out for the Cowboys on 2nd and 10 from the 35 of Dallas. Millen in the red gun offense. Cowboys blitz. Rison. Andre Rison to the Cowboys 16.
7 defensive backs, a blitz. Look at him stand in the pocket, a crossing pattern. He throws it right out in front, right in front of the number where it has to be thrown so he doesn't have to lose stride. He makes the catch on the run and picks up another nice gain on the play. Great job on the part of Millen.
Ray Horton eventually brings him down, but it's a first down for the Falcons as they threaten from the 15 of the Cowboys. Millen will throw again, and that's nearly picked off by Holt, who read it beautifully.
In a game like this one, that's the kind of a play you have to make. Colt should have intercepted that ball. It was right in his hands. Right in his hands. It should have been an interception. A game like this one, he's got to make that kind of a play. Never came close to making the catch. Hit his hands and bounced right off and bounced right out of bounds. Here he is. Look at the way that ball bounces out in front, which means his hands were not relaxed. He didn't come back and give anything with the ball. It's just like hitting the wall that bounced right out of bounds.
So it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Direct snap again to Rozier. To the 4 and a first down for the Falcons.
Houston Oiler play. They used to use that. A direct snap to Rozier. They did that quite a bit at Houston. Watch the ball now. Goes right to Rozier. Does a good job of running. Breaks to the outside. Uses a straight arm. Changes the ball. And takes the ball right on down to about the 1-2 yard line. Short snap right to the running back. Look at the good job of running he does. And look how he shifts the ball. So he's got a straight arm available to make extra yardage on the play.
And the best threat of this game for either team with 41 seconds remaining before halftime. Timeout's been called, and the Falcons will have it 1st and 10. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line of the Cowboys. Well, coming up at halftime, Greg and Terry will have all the scores, the highlights, the latest playoff information from around the NFL. Jimmy Johnson wants to be there, but the Falcons will not go easily despite their 4-11 record. 1st and goal from the 3. Millen, close, but not in.
5 defensive backs that time, and Millen surprised me. I didn't realize he could run that well, although he did say that he ran a 4.7 in college. Here he is now, going to the right. Now, whoop, comes back here to the left. He escapes. Jeffcoat is in hot pursuit, 77, and he sticks his head in there and tries to penetrate the goal line.
That's his fiancee, Lisa Coles, who directs the Falcon cheerleaders here. He met her in Los Angeles. She was one of the cheerleaders out there, so she's gone from the embraceable U's to the embraceable Hugh, as she is the fiancee of Hugh Millen, who very nearly scored.
He surprised me with that run. I didn't really think that he could escape and move that well, but he did say, as I mentioned earlier, that he did run a 4.7 in college.
Probably faster than that when he's being chased. Came into the game with 5 carries for a loss of 9 yards. 2 tight ends.
They got an advantage to the right side, right of center. Nope, they're coming back.
From the That's in for the touchdown, Tracy Johnson. Tracy Johnson, another former Houston Oiler that Jerry Glanville brought with him here to Atlanta.
Going, there he is. You see Mike Kent, look at number 78, get a good push. And also Houston Hoover, number 69, all of whom got a good push. And he got it in there across the plane and got the touchdown.
Greg Davis, 38 out of 38 in the extra point category. And the Falcons have the first points of this game with 24 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They like it here, and they no doubt like it down in New Orleans as well, as the Falcons lead it 7-0. So they were protecting Millen a lot better during that drive.
Well, I think the important thing,
as you look at some of the Falcons, people who are rooting for the Falcons, you got Tommy Barnhart down there, John Forcade, and Morton Anderson.
Yeah, they're all full of happiness, no question about that. But I think what happened, and I think they're going to learn something from that. I think they opened the formation. They're playing with 4 wide receivers, a triple wing. They're reducing the defense, and as a result, they're creating more opportunities to run the ball and also to throw the ball. I think the Cowboys have to do some of that in the second half. They have proven that they can't penetrate the defense of the Falcons the way they're playing right now. They have to go to a 4 wide receiver or a slot or do something to open it up so they can do some business up the field.
13 play drives, 79 yards, 3:21 off the clock. Tracy Johnson plunges over on a 1-yard touchdown dive, and the Falcons lead it 7-0. Greg Davis to kick it away. Into the end zone and through for the touchback. So the Cowboys with timeouts at their disposal, but only 24 seconds remaining before halftime.
You know, Davis on kickoffs, he might be the most improved kickoff man in the National Football League this year. He has 21 touchbacks this year, 3rd best in the National Football League. Last year, Davis only had 5 touchbacks. Great improvement.
So the Cowboys with all 3 timeouts at their disposal, but again, just 24 seconds left. Emmitt Smith along with Tommy Agee in the backfield for Laufenberg. And now finds himself trailing. The delay to Smith, and he's beyond the 25, up close to the 26-yard line. Scott Case in on the stop. Time is winding down in less than 10 seconds. And the Cowboys will apparently let this half run out. With 3 timeouts still on the board. So with 30 minutes of football still to be played, the Cowboys find themselves trailing the Falcons 7-0 at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by today's Chevrolet, who invite you to see why more people are winning with the heartbeat of America. Wrangler, comfortable jeans for men. And by Miller Genuine Draft, with a reminder to please think when you drink this holiday season.
They say you get what you pay for. At McDonald's, we insist on it. For your good money, you'll find just one offering here. Good food. McDonald's. Always good food, always good value.
And now, from Toyotathon coast to coast, Johnny Bench.
These
under. Option package savings on Corolla are up to $1,000. Incentives are up to $1,300. And Camry?
Option package savings up to $900 and incentives up to $1,500. Right, Squire?
We agree here. Everybody's watching. Read this.
See your Toyota dealer.
Today.
With economic indicators headed downhill, you may be hesitant to buy a new car. That's why your Hyundai dealer's offering the biggest rebates in Hyundai history. Till January 3rd, get double rebates on economical 91 Excels, starting at $52.75. Double rebates on sporty 91 Scoops, now $79.90 with power steering and stereo. So even though the economy's down, you can still be up.
Test drive a new Hyundai today at Miller-Steffen Hyundai, Boise Motor Village.
Beta VO opener out to 202 shot, one has Phil Amato key, then we go voiceover.
Topping our news, it may be the start of the fall season, but that doesn't mean the fire season is over just yet.
Students at Boise State University should be given the choice as to how they will protect their constitutional and civil rights.
We're going to have to feed it through the microwave. The prosecution hopes to prove Robert Winslow, Proctor Baker, and Stephen Nelson claimed to bomb a game nightclub.